Morning, about 5:30 in the morning over here at the shelter. I don't know if it's Thunder Mountain or Punch Bowl or what, but definitely a little rainy this morning. Trying to finish up the video before it gets daylight. So yeah, it's gonna be like a 10-minute video for yesterday. Aggravated about that, like right off the bat today. I need to calm down. Woosah. Get in a better mood before I start hiking in this rain. Finally getting some daylight. Still drizzling. Oh, sorry. Maybe I was just in a really bad mood last night. I mean, I was definitely in a bad mood last night. I was not happy about sitting around waiting all day. And then when I realized he was going to have to shuttle in anyways, why didn't you just do that in the morning? I don't know. The privy is appreciated this morning in the rain. Although, I wish we would have went up this mountain last night and camped somewhere on the flat. But yeah, after waiting for him all day, he finally got in. He shuttled from, Cornelius Gap, so I'm not sure why he told me he was going to be able to hike into Glasgow yesterday and then hike out yesterday evening. Like, yeah, honestly, I was definitely stressing out yesterday. I know Bob's had to deal with a lot of stuff just for me from this hike. When I get really stressed out, I always take it out on the people that are closest to me, and that's something I really hate about my character. I feel like it'd probably be good to leave a lot of this out of the video, but I don't want to do that just to make myself look better. This is something that I struggle with. Bob's a good dude. He just got into Glasgow yesterday, and I was so aggravated about waiting for a day and a half after my package came in, and I expected him to be ready to rock and roll, and lost my cool. It's really not easy to hike and do this vlog in the first place, and then when you add, another person trying to stick together, and can really jack the stress levels up to the roof sometimes, and I'm not always the best at dealing with stress. Even though this is stressful, I love it. I don't remember the last time I was under this much stress with something I was passionate about.
So I was walking through here, and I was at a shelter with Reddy the other night, and I wasn't looking around. It was dark, and man, I turned and went, wow, my head hit this beam so hard. I mean, it was a different shelter, but that beam so hard, my legs completely left me, and I hit the ground. I still got a nice knot right here, about 3 inches of pain.
Yeah, Reddy told me about that llast night. He said before you got here, he was talking about it, and I was like, God darn. Really enjoying this Cedar Summit blow up pad right now. It's just thick enough to get like my hip up off the ground and out of pain, or shoulder, anything if I want to side sleep, way more comfortable on my back or my stomach than the accordion pad. My kneecaps don't, dig into a hard surface on my stomach, so I love that. Another really cool thing is that it's like so low to the ground that if your arm or shoulder rolls off, it's not a big deal. It's not gonna wake you up or make you uncomfortable. I feel like that, 2 or 3 or 4 inch pads, it's too much unless it's gonna be wide enough so your arms and legs aren't rolling off. especially for the summertime. I've been rocking the accordion pad for the last, month or two, so I'm not worried about R value here. This is just comfort, you know what I mean? Comfort and lightweight packability. I wanted that Thermarest Uber Light, but I started looking into it, and a lot of reviews said that thing doesn't hold air out the box. Like, the material is just so thin that, you know, it's really common to have to wake up in the middle of the night and blow it back up. And when I read that, I was like, yeah. So Bob came out last night. I guess that's cool, you know. I'm glad he made it out. I thought for sure he was just gonna stay at the hostel last night, but like I said, I really thought he was trying to catch up, and I know he was, but at the same time, he was taking multiple zeros just because he didn't have anyone to hike with, and, you know, I don't know. There was a lot of things going on, a lot of reasons I got aggravated that didn't go into the video last night that's, you know, personal, but at the end of the day, we're good friends. Just because he doesn't want to, like, hike the way I want to hike doesn't mean we can't continue to be friends, and I really would like to get us together on this vlog hiking. You know, I'm not sure if that's ever going to work, but we've had plans to aquablaze the Shenandoahs since, you know, the beginning. That was a big selling point for him when he found out that was a possibility, and I know he's really looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to it as well. I think it would be a cool side adventure. We'll probably still hike the park after. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but it'd be great if we could at least stay together that long. There's just some, like, little things that just aggravate the crap out of me, you know? Like, one of the main reasons we're having a hard time hiking together before Four Pines is because he insists on cooking 2 meals a day for lunch and supper. Well, unless I just sit around on my hands for an hour for lunch or cook my own food, which I don't do, I'm not going to carry a whole meal to cook for lunch or waste the time to cook for lunch. It's like a bar and a snack for me, you know? So, I mean, unless I'm willing to, like, tie up an hour and a half out of my day, and if we both sit around, then it ends up being a lot longer. If I just say, no, I'm not waiting, and I hike on, then he'll hurry up and try to catch up, you know? But nobody's out here cooking 2 meals a day. That's not backpacking. You eat snacks and stuff, and you have your big meal at the end of the day. Maybe on occasion because you have a lot of food, but then to ask me to sit around and wait or to do less miles, you know, like, if he wants to cook a meal for lunch, that's fine. Just hike a little bit further and catch me at the end of the day. What, you know what I mean? I don't know. So there's a bunch of little things going on like that that just make it hard. You know, the longer, the more time that goes by, the more these little things nag at you. But then also, you know, my mental situation isn't the best. I'm not the nicest person all the time. And I know Bob really gets hit with that hard sometimes. And I apologize to him. And a lot of that, you know, it doesn't go into the video. Of course, I'm not going to have the camera on myself while I'm being an asshole. But I'm good at apologizing for it. It only takes me about 20 or 30 minutes to be like, oh, whoa, that was a douchebag move, dude. You need to apologize. So I can identify it when I messed up, but in the heat of the moment, it's like I just see red and say, you know, whatever the meanest thing is I could say at the time, like, you hurt my feelings because you're not getting with the program. Now I'm going to hurt your feelings by saying some nasty stuff, you know? And it's hard to share that with a bunch of people, but I imagine other people experience the same thing, men especially, you know? To have that ability to, like, get mad and be a protector is pretty important, and I imagine for most people that crosses over into their relationships and friendships, you know, at least in some capacity. I'm sure it's on a spectrum. I feel like I'm higher up on that spectrum, but I feel like all the mental illnesses, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, they're going to have all that on a spectrum soon enough. Someone left their apricots here. Might try one in a minute. Definitely not raining as much as I expected today. Purple flowers on this little tree keep catching my eye. I feel way better about sitting in this shelter waiting on Bob to do his stuff than spending another day in town. I mean, it's a good stay. I just, not in socialization mode. I'm really socialized out. I feel like I needed some alone time to just chillax. Oh, these bobos are so good. Big thanks, y'all. Already got a hole in this 1/8 inch. Not cool. This is a really pretty area over here. There wasn't nothing wrong with Glasgow either. I think I just get antsy when I sit in one place too long. Yeah, Bob shot me a text a little while ago, said his battery bank's at like 85%, so he ain't gonna be too much longer. Might be able to talk him into climbing this mountain this evening. We're gonna see. Check out this pretty little creek that runs along John Hollow's shelter. Nice little water source. I saw on the map there was supposed to be a spring. I didn't see that. I didn't walk far enough back there either. Second fire pit back here behind the shelter, between the shelter and the privy. Both are really nice. I'm way up here behind the shelter. Still haven't seen the spring. This is that little creek that runs to the side of the shelter. Never found the spring. Maybe I didn't go far enough, I'm not sure. I got all my stuff sitting at the shelter, so can't afford to have someone walk by and pick it up. It's really like something you don't have to worry that much about out here. Most people are good people that wouldn't take from me that are out here backpacking. I just get nervous because it would take me a lot of months to work and, replace all that gear if something did happen and someone came by and picked it up. So it makes me nervous. This is one of these little purple flowers. Yeah, a quick little privy tour. It's been a while since we did one of those. This is definitely one of the nicer ones right here. Keep restroom clean. Definitely nice and spacious. Toilet seat's not too beat up. Got some skylight, a little ventilation. Not bad. And a lock. Of course, well, I had a hard time getting out of there this morning. For like just a second when I was trying to get out, I was like thinking, is Bob holding the other side of this lock? Because I was shaking the door, and for just a second I had that feeling like, holy crap, am I locked in the privy? So I went walking way back there on that blue blaze thinking that would be where the spring is, right? And nope. Spring is right here in front of the shelter. Some nice water. A little more stagnant looking than I like. but you know. So you got two options at this shelter. Got the little spring down in front of the shelter to the right, maybe 25, 30 yards. Or you got a little creek running to the left of the shelter about 15, 20 yards. Options. Get these leaves to dry up a little bit more. Might go ahead and light one up. So this is everything in my food bag right now. While I'm waiting on Bob, I'll go ahead and try to figure out how many days I got. Got a few Ziplocs, rice, really just to beef some stuff up. We got some more rice in a box I sent to Waynesboro. But 2 ramen, 4 ramen. I put a little of this in each one, so that's 2 nights. Shepherd's potato stew with beef. Flame gave me this, it's animals. This is gonna be the 3rd night right here. Put some of this mashed potatoes in there, some of this rice in there too. That'll beef it up a little bit. Hot chipotle peanuts in the ramen. Got 2 pork sausage snacks left. 4 root beer barrels. These things are so good. Another pack of ramen right here. So really I could make this be a meal all by itself. So say 1, 2, 3, 4 nights right there. Peanut butter, about a 1/4 jar. Got another Bobo, Cliff Bar, Luna Bar. A couple of these little mini beef sticks, grass fed. Good stuff. 1 can. Somebody gave me this full can in town. I forgot who, but I really appreciate it. Trash. This is a good opportunity to get some trash out of here. Oh, I got one more of these little chewy dipped chocolate chip granolas. Kroger's brand. I like these. They're cheap too. Haven. Oh, cream savers. Found another root beer barrel. Some Tums, because you never know. Toilet paper, secret toilet paper stash. Another cream saver. Alright, so this is a good opportunity to get everything bagged up. So I like to use my other trash bags before I use this like big final trash bag, right? Oh yeah. Last but not least, wasabi peas. I'm getting low. Need some more of them. Soon to be a lot less peanut butter. 7 grams of protein per serving. I think all this like extra grams of protein per serving is kind of crap. You know, I don't think your body can really absorb that many extra grams of protein as all these products are trying to shove in there. Maybe 7, yeah. Probably like up to 20, but anything over that probably overkill. Just gonna crack it out. Not gonna be good for your stomach. IMO. Another really cool thing about this pad is it comes with these little Velcro pillow lock system thingies, and my knee brace conveniently sticks to them. So I got a nice little pillow lock system too that I wasn't expecting. This fire is brought to you by Fire Starters. So yeah, big thanks, Heavy D. How about that, Heavy D? We're gonna have a nice little fire tonight. Appreciate those little starter logs. That's what I'm talking about. So Bob made it back. We're gonna wait until tomorrow to head up that mountain. Mark it down as another 0. Feels like it wants to rain. Like there's mist in the air, but ain't rained yet. Did the weather say it was supposed to rain today, Bob?
I don't think so.
No. Maybe that's why it's not raining yet. Well, the good thing about staying in Glasgow so long is I had plenty of trail magic to take care of, and 1-0 just wouldn't have done it. I would have had to leave so much behind. Still left a lot of food behind for hikers to come. Some stuff in the hiker box in the fridge. I hope everybody gets to use it. Mailed a few things up to Glasgow or Waynesboro, so got to destroy most of those peanut butter, sea salt, Rice Krispie treats. Those things were so good, along with that beef enchilada stuff. Big thanks.